4 new Covid-19 cases were confirmed today, all of whom were imported.
And this marks the 9th day in a row that there were no new cases from the community and from workers' dormitories. More details will be released tonight.
In other local news, Prime Minister Lee Hsien Loong said today that the world will take several years to recover from the pandemic, and even then some things will change in the new normal. He added that even if there is a vaccine by the beginning of next year, it will probably be 2022 by the time it gets rolled out to a significant proportion of the population and have an impact in slowing down the spread of the disease. PM Lee also doesn't foresee international travel returning to normal next year.
8 travellers who arrived from South Korea and Thailand this month are being investigated for making false stay-home notice declarations. The Immigration and Checkpoints Authority and the police said today that 4 Singaporeans, 2 permanent residents and 2 long-term pass holders had made the false declarations to avoid serving their stay-home notices at dedicated facilities. They declared that they would be occupying their place of residence alone or only with household members with the same travel history and serving stay-home notices of the same duration. But enforcement officers conducted checks at their declared place of residence and found them residing with household members who were not serving stay-home notices. Now, if found guilty, the 4 non-Singaporeans may face having their PR status revoked or their re-entry permits and/or passes cancelled.
And according to a report on employment practices released today, more employers are being investigated for possible discriminatory hiring practices. The Tripartite Alliance for Fair and Progressive Employment Practices investigated about 260 such cases in the first half of this year. Now, this is 60% more than the same period in 2019. Well, as at August this year, some 90 employers eventually had their work pass privileges suspended due to discriminatory hiring practices, up from 35 for the full year of 2019. Errant employers will be barred from hiring new foreign workers or renewing the work passes of existing ones for 12 to 24 months.
Meanwhile, there was a significant spike in wrongful dismissal claims in the second quarter of this year, in tandem with a decline in local employment in the same period. Many of the claims were lodged by employees who were unhappy over the abrupt manner in which they were let go, due in part to restrictions in face-to-face meetings during the circuit breaker period. Observers have expressed concern recently about the possibility of more disguised retrenchments, where employers terminate the employment of workers through other means to avoid paying retrenchment benefits.